With the Spymaster's garden settled, and Lady Morida's magical creatures dispersed across the valley, the Fey court can rest easy. Now, everyone's eyes are back on the Queen. Queen Snow hasn't been idle either. After declaring her great niece the heiress, she's found another mate for herself. This time, the fairy in question is August Bryant. He's a new face in town, and new blood. With blue skin, purple hair, and icy eyes, he's like a dessert platter for Queen Snow. A princess born between them would truly be set apart, especially if she inherits any of Snow's royal coloring. While the Queen would like to enjoy this new fairy, her actions have been rushed by Lady Celine's impending birthday. They've had to rush their union to conceive in time for other court affairs. It doesn't matter much, though. Soon, she'll forget about him like everyone else. Instead, their offspring will be on her mind, whether the child is a precious girl or a prestigious boy. There was a time when Queen Snow sought to forsake her place in the breeding cycle. But she's come to enjoy the male company it affords her, even if the pairings result in no fruit.
Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque, and welcome back to the Sims 3 Fairy Amazon Royal Saga with the Verdington Fey Court. Before we begin, I want to say a very special welcome to my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it immensely. We are picking up on a bit of a twisty time frame because I made a bit of a mistake in the recording that I collected before diving in at this present moment. And as a result, we lost some of the activities which happened of slight importance over the past day or so. This episode initially was supposed to be the Queen breeding and then having Lady Celine's birthday party so she could age up into an adult. As you can see, Celine, right next to the Queen there, looks different already, and the Queen already has a baby bump, so we are like way past that moment. Because my game, so I recorded a proper half-an-hour episode, but my game updated, I think, or reset. It did something. So all of my settings went back to their original, like, sounds and graphics, all those kind of things. So my sound, I fixed the graphics, but my sound was way too loud, and you could barely even hear me speak. And I don't normally wear my headphones or my earphones when I'm recording, so I can hear myself talk better. So, unfortunately, the entire footage I got was screwed up audio-wise, and I couldn't use any of that. I had to discard it. It was also raining in the game, so literally the sound of rain was so loud, I was practically squeaking in the background, right? If you could hear me squeak in between the raindrops. Thankfully, I managed to salvage a little bit of the footage in the beginning where we breed our queen because I had the game paused while I was talking. So we're gonna kind of go back in time a little bit to see our queen get pregnant and or conceive, do the breeding, mate. we're gonna check that out because I want to see the fairy that we paired her up with, a new sim that I created. His name is August Bryant, blue fairy, so we have a chance of getting a blue princess. So we'll check that out. And then I think the Queen's oldest son, Prince Zuko, showed up for a little bit with Astrid after school, and he was at the bar, so we talk about him a little bit. And then I'm rambling at some point about timings, but I don't specify what I'm rambling about. And I think I was just sharing with you guys that the Queen is going to be having her baby at 3 p.m. on Friday. So this episode, most likely, we're also going to be seeing the baby born, as well as the Queen conceiving. So after all of that happened, so I only managed to salvage that bit of footage, but the part that I lost was the day we had Lady Celine's birthday. So all of the court went to Verdington Castle to visit the Dowager Queen Ivy and ladies there. They spent most of the day hanging out with the older generation, and then everybody rushed back home, and we had a really packed birthday in the Spymaster's garden out here, which is why we have this table set up. So we did all of that, and then I gave Lady Celine her adult makeover, so I changed over her hairstyle, her makeup, and then the colors in her outfit, so she's looking a little bit different. But let me show you guys really quickly. Let me show you guys. So here is our lovely Lady Celine. Okay, so her hair is all pulled back now. It's a bit more mature. The colors of her outfits, they've also changed. She's got a lot more pinks, and like the pinks and creams that we normally see as accents are more the dominant colors, and now the yellows are more accented. So here we go. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, I love her. But her hair is pulled back in this neat ponytail, which I felt seemed a little bit mature. But there we go, Lady Celine. Nothing else about her has changed, just the slight colorings across her outfits, which you guys will see. But we're going to go back in time. Like I said, we are going to check up the footage that I salvaged, and then we will return to the present, where we will be setting up a birthday party for Silver Lakeland. So our little baby is going to be aging up into a toddler. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Taking part in the breeding cycle because it's like the legal way to go ahead and have male companions, because under the Amazon laws they have, you can't really spend, you know, that much time with a male unless he's a prince or a lord, which this guy definitely isn't. And the queen's related to pretty much all the other princes and lords. In order to spend time with them intimately, it has to be for the purpose of breeding. So she's doing it more for that. She's also gone ahead and just declared her great niece, Azalia's daughter, to be the heiress. Now, if she has a princess born, it's going to throw a spanner in the works for the current dynamics in the court, but obviously people will be happy because that's what everyone wants. We want a direct line from the previous queen to the next one. But I'm excited because we have new blood to introduce into the court. So before we get this going, let's take a look at August Bryant, who is the fairy, and he does have wings. It's kind of like pinkish purple wings, kind of hard to see against that backdrop. But finally, we got around to a sim that is blue-skinned. Now, in the original Dragon Valley kind of townies that we had, there was a family of blue-skinned, like, I guess, elven people, elven fairies, right? But, oh, they weren't fairies. No, in our story, they're fairies, even though in the original game they aren't. But we had some blue-skinned fairies. However, we never got around to breeding with them, and they just died out. So this is like the first blue-skinned blood we're getting in a long, long time. But he has purple hair, and look at this, pale blue eyes. So very, very pretty sim in my opinion. In the beginning, when we were talking about the queen's royal coloring, we don't mean her skin tone, because I don't feel as though skin tone necessarily is something that you could categorize as royal or not royal. It's more the hair and eye color. So Snow might not have the same skin as the Dowager Queen Ivy, who had like a more normal skin tone, but she has the royal hair color of her dynasty, and she has the royal eye color of her dynasty. Now, that's not a requirement for the youngsters, but it kind of helps your standing in the court when you come out looking like you belong from the royal family. But I'm excited. They're both really pretty sims in my opinion. Any child I have is going to be gorgeous, especially if it's a girl. But we've had a look at August Bryant. Let's get this going. Once this is done, we also have, if I'm not mistaken, Okay. Celine has 1 day, so tomorrow she's going to be having her birthday. Also, apparently, it's her wedding anniversary with Prince Callum, so we definitely have to invite him over for their birthday so they can spend some time together. But let's get these two going. Now, we already have Lumia, who has purple hair. Lumia, where'd you go? Oh, she's at the academy. Okay. She's coming home in a second. She's on her way back to the palace, but she has purple hair. Now, her purple is slightly darker than what August has. August has a much lighter, kind of a lilac purple going on. But there we go. Potentially a princess with purple hair, and blue eyes and blue skin. So he's got blue tone. Snow's got that green tone. She's not on the, neither of them are on the rainbow skin tone, like the pastel skin tone. So their baby is most likely, unless it goes off to a grandparent or something, most likely is going to be a blue or a green baby. I mean, how cool would a blue princess be? How cool. Even if it's green, it's going to be a different green from Astrid and Silva. But I kind of want a blue fairy at this point. What do you guys think? I kind of want Zuko, Snow's oldest child from Academy. So let's take a look at Zuko, because we haven't really had a chance to do that. He's a teen right now. And now he was the son she had with Jeffrey Bustamante, her teenage romance, if you remember. Now he did not inherit, I think, did he inherit the royal eye color? I don't think so. He inherited his father's eyes. The royal eye is a lot more pale, like a cream sort of tone. But he inherited the royal hair color, so that's maybe if he had a nicer hairstyle. I mean, once he's an adult, like a young adult, then we'll give him a proper makeover. I can't be bothered for the youngsters because we have so many babies born. But he's actually pretty attractive. I think, yeah, he's got a lot of his father's look, but his father's features were a slight bit severe, and I feel like with Zuko, his mother's his mother's face has muted that severity a little bit, and it looks quite nice on him. And I love those Sharpies, of course. Love them. Say 5. We'll say 5. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 5 p.m.? 5? 3? 3, she's going to go into labor. Okay, so I think Friday at 3 p.m. And we return to the present. So even though it was a little bit choppy, I hope you guys are okay with at least getting something from that initial recording, which I did last week, actually. And after I realized I screwed up, I needed the weekend to relax and get over it. And now I'm back to it. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Lady Azalea, our minister, has already set up a party for little Silva, who's going to age up into a toddler. And as the guests come in, the party's set for about 2 p.m., but they normally come in earlier. I'm just going to head out to the garden to visit some of our rodents, which I think we saw in the previous episode, because you guys left behind some names, which I used for our different critters. Now, 2 of these, one of our squirrels and chipmunks went missing because someone played with them and didn't put them back, just kept them in the inventory until they escaped. But we can say they were sent out on a mission and they're adventuring in the realm and probably reporting back to the sorceress through magical means, which is absolutely fine. But then I had to get a new squirrel to replace that one and another rat. So now we have 1 chipmunk and 2 rats. But let's go through the names. So we have Fayette over here, our, I think, rat. Then we have a squirrel by the name of Emerald. We have another rat, a squirrel. We have another squirrel by the name of Darcy. Then we have a rat by the name of Biddy. And we have a chipmunk by the name of Razor. And this one was a womp rat by the name of Shadow. So there we go. All of our creatures are now named, which is very, very good. I suppose I didn't have to pause the game, but that's fine. Look at these 2 studious youngsters. Astrid is doing her homework, and so is Lumia, which is good because they should be doing this way more often. I don't nearly like pay attention to their homework as much because I kind of just like them going ahead and making the effort on their own based on their traits, but I'll try my best. I'll try my best to ensure that they actually get their homework done more often than not. But party guests arriving, and oh look, Celine. As you can see, the pink is way more prominent in her outfits now than it used to be in the past, but she is looking gorgeous. Okay, also, the cake I have set in the games room, right in the corner over here. So once, I think it's 3 p.m., we'll be calling out the little baby. We'll get Azalea to bring her daughter out so they can go ahead and get that sorted. We also invited Prince Zuko. Now normally we get all of the Queen's brothers to attend because they are princes, but they're the older princes. Lord Odin used to not be invited in parties in the past because of his status. He's like a noble and he has no relation to the royals, but now that he's actually married to one of the ladies in the court, that's elevated his status, so he is one of the first people to get invited along with Prince Callum to these kind of events. And Prince Zuko, actually, since he is the current queen's son, he got, like, his invitation got swapped out with one of the queen's brothers who isn't directly related or relevant to the event. So I think it was Prince Anakin. Prince Anakin has already been bred with. He's not married to anyone in the current court, and none of his children are females in the court, so he got swapped out with Prince Zuko to come and kind of attend this event over here. So there we go, Zuko. We get to see him again, which is really good. Now, this is Draco. Caspian has already been bred with, but I invited Caspian because he is Azalea's father, and so he's going to be Baby Silva's grandfather, and I just felt like he should be invited to his granddaughter's birthday. It's a good thing, you know? And look at how Queenie, you can already see she's got that bump going. Look at that. She is gonna be having a baby tomorrow, so there we go. And look at the handsome Prince Caspian. Let me quickly just check up. Yep, you can see grandfather right over there, along with Nessie, who has long since passed away. But little Silva Lakeland, our current heiress, even though she is not of direct royal lineage, she has royal blood. So, okay. Now the queen, she hasn't really had any wants, like for a boy or a girl, so I suppose she's having no dreams for this child. Which I don't mind, because as long as she doesn't want for a boy, we won't have a dangerous fairy. But imagine having a blue princess. That would be so cool. It'd be so cool to have a blue princess. But okay, let's blot the candles. How's the baby doing? How is the baby? The baby's good. Oh, Astrid was tending to the baby. That's cute. Astrid, the baby's like the same color as your dress. Okay, baby's in the crib. We'll get Azalea to pull her out. Let's see. Oh! Azalea! I thought you and Zuko were getting along, but for some reason, she does not get along well with Prince Zuko, who is her cousin. That's odd. I never noticed that. She does not get along well with him at all. That's fine. Don't worry about Zuko. Go get your baby so we can blow out these candles. I'm sure we are all dying to know what kind of genes Silva has. Now, if we quickly have a look. So her father had green skin. Oh, yeah, green skin. But I think he was on the teal skin tone. Which is why little baby Silva has this interesting green color, which is different from like what Zuko has. So there we go. Father green skin, and then he had blonde hair. and I think he had like orange eyes. So Silva could inherit, she could inherit that pale blonde hair. She could inherit the orange eyes. She could inherit the olive eyes from her mother, which I'm not a big fan of. She could inherit the royal hair color from her mother. She could also inherit the blonde hair from her grandfather, Prince Caspian, or she could inherit dark brown hair from her grandmother, Lady Nessie. So I'm intrigued. What is she gonna get? And Caspian, what heck? I mean, eye color does Caspian have? Let's just quickly check, because I don't remember what eye color Caspian has. Caspian, let us take a look. He has, oh, does he also have olive eyes? Or does he have brown eyes? I can't tell. But I would like for this baby to have orange eyes. Let's just leave it at that. I think that would look very, very nice. Okay, kiddo. Time for us to head on over. If your mother can make it to you in time. You blocked? Azalea? Azalea! Azalea, honey, let's get going. Let's get going. Okay, there we go. She finally managed to wiggle her way out. So let's get that baby. Now, another thing I've noticed that we have an issue with the counters is our Sims constantly making drinks, and then they just leave the drinks here and not everybody drinks it. And then because we have just the one counter, I cannot go ahead and get them to cook anything until I get rid of those drinks. So I have to put the drinks out on the dining table, which takes spots to get rid of that tray. So maybe I should get Sims to drink stuff that's made here more often. Maybe. I mean, look at this. We have like drinks all over the place. And we have another tray down here. My goodness. My goodness. I'll have to deal with that somehow. Maybe just remind myself to get these ladies to enjoy their coffee more often. Like I do. So, what's happening? No, don't take photos with the Dowager Queen. Oh, Ivy. Ivy. We're trying to blow out the candles, Ivy. Hold on a second. This might take some finagling, guys. This might take some finagling for sure. Come on. Don't take the photos with the queen, the Dowager Queen. Just get the baby here. You can do it. We want to blow out these candles. Don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me. Now, I am surprised Prince Callum is here because he is apparently also throwing a party today. But I suppose he realized this was more important, unless his party's a lot later and he's attending this event and then he's going to go back and deal with his own thing a bit later. Finally we're getting the baby here. Finally. Oh, what's this? So the queen has had another delusional episode. She's no longer handy, but she now has star quality. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now let me get a reminder on what this trait is exactly. Easier time impressing celebrities. Okay, so I think the queen, because she is like pregnant right now and we're having this huge celebration, this party, we've been having a few parties this past couple of days, I think she is like the talk of town right now. Everyone is just smitten with her, everyone's excited for her, everyone wants to get close to her. I think that's what that trait is possibly telling us, and I think she's basking in this attention as well. I think she's really enjoying the attention she's getting right now as well. So that kind of makes sense that she's going through that trait change. Okay, Azalea, you can do it. You can do it. I mean, this was a sea of bodies we had to get through, so good on you. But here we go. Little baby Silva finally having her little birthday. Oh, look at her. She's so adorable. Okay, now everyone is going to crowd around and sneak into this room. That's fine. Oh, this is exciting. And we get to see a little bit of how she looks as well. You can't tell much about the kids when they're that young. I mean, you get to know their coloring, which is the exciting bit, but I feel like you're able to tell whether or not they're where did she go? You're able to tell how pretty of a kid they are from when they're toddlers. And oh my goodness, there's a chipmunk. There's a chipmunk in the ballroom. Is this where the chipmunk got loose? We were looking for you. We were looking for you before. But okay. How fitting that Silva is literally aging up into a toddler in the ballroom, since she is the next minister in line. And that is the minister's job, to throw parties and have connections with people. So that's kind of cool. Okay, let's go ahead. And everyone's dancing around her. Look at Prince Malik go. My goodness, he was bending over backwards and everything. And Caspian looking at his granddaughter age up. Oh? Well, this child looks different. Okay, Silva is now a toddler and... Oh! Is that Caspian's blonde hair? I feel like that's Caspian's blonde hair. It's too dark to be the blonde that her father has, because her father's blonde hair is like very, very light. And it's not dark enough to be Nessie's hair. I know it looks darker than Caspian's current hair color, but I think it's maybe the baby's style. If we change the style, she might have Caspian's blonde hair. Okay, let's take a closer look at her. Let's take a closer look at you. Let us see, Silva. Okay, she's got really nice pointed ears. Now, what eye do you have? I think she has her grandfather's eyes. Azalea has olive eyes, but I feel like her olive eyes are a little bit darker. I think this eye color is... It's not orange enough from her father. I think it's from Caspian. Yeah. It's like a bit more of a lighter olive brown kind of color. Oh, that's fascinating. Hold on. I think that's the eye color she has. Huh. Huh. Okay, well, there's our little baby. I need to go ahead and give her a makeover. I also have to change up her wings. She's got green wings right now, but I have to change her wings so that she has the bloodline shape and color, which is like a turquoise, the one that Azalea has. It's the Lakeland wings and that fern kind of leaf pattern. So I'll get that sorted and we will be right back. I'm excited because I have to give her a new palette as well. Okay, I have finished the makeover for our little toddler Silva Lakeland, and here she is looking all adorable. Now, oh my goodness, Astrid, that's Astrid, isn't it? Did you really have to? Like right in the middle. There we go. Now I can see her a bit clearer, even though she's not acting very ladylike, this child. She's got her grandfather's blonde hair, which I have confirmed by jumping into Cass and taking a look at the hex codes. Her eye color, funnily enough, is not the same as her mother, and it's not the same as her grandfather. So Azalea has the same eye color as Prince Caspian. So this baby obviously didn't get that, but it's very similar. It's very similar. It's like an olive brown, and I'm wondering if she got it from Nessie instead, maybe? Maybe this baby's eye color is from Nessie, because it's definitely not from her father. Butler, don't you dare pick her up. Hey, dude, I'm taking a look at the baby. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we'll have to track her down, guys. My goodness. Stop it. When the butler becomes too efficient, it's slightly problematic. So for her color scheme, I've also changed up her wings, as you can see. Now her eyes, oh geez, I don't know if you guys can see this. It's like an olive brown, but it's different to her mother and grandfather. Now for her outfits, I went for a tealish kind of blue. There's a really dark blue that almost looks black, but it's not. It's just like really dark blue. And then we have a pinkish orange color that's kind of like rose gold, and then accents of brown in some of her outfits. So that's the color scheme I've gone for, and I've noticed, I feel like I've been doing a lot of browns and blues Lumia has this brown slash, I mean, she's got orange and blue, and little Silver has brown and blue. I'm pretty sure Azalea also has some sort of brown and blue, except her tones are a lot more dusty and peachy. But I don't know what it is with me. I guess I'm just really feeling that color scheme. But there we go. That is our little baby Silver. She is a cute kid. She is a cute kid, that is for sure. Now, let me know what you guys think of her makeover for one. And also just her jeans. Like what she ended up with. Because that was a bit surprising. I didn't expect her to have her father's blonde hair. But I kind of like that because she is now the first kid in Generation 3 with blonde hair. And I like variety. Like all of the girls we've had so far, they either have a different skin tone or a different hair color from each other. And I feel like that's good. Gives us some diversity in the Fae Court. So there we go. We have our adorable little green baby. And now we're pretty much just waiting on the queen to have her baby. So I think what I'm going to do is pretty much skip to the next day. So I'm going to play her a little bit and then we'll pick up when she goes into labor and has her baby. Okay, the baby's coming. Queen Snow is in labor, so we will be seeing whether or not she has that blue princess that we want. I mean, even if it's not blue, I'll be happy if it is a princess. But while she's going through the intense yelling and screaming and squealing and screeching that comes with having a child, I was thinking about the bloodlines that we currently have going. We have 3 ancient bloodlines that are secured. The hero line, the sorceress line, and the minister line, they're continuing because they all had girls. The only ones we have left is the royal bloodline and, of course, the philosopher line. Now, I don't know, but I have a feeling that if the queen has a girl, our philosopher is not going to luck out on having a daughter. And if the queen doesn't have a girl, then we might lose the royal bloodline entirely, and the philosopher might continue. So, I don't know, but I feel at this point, I wasn't worried about it beforehand. Now I'm wondering whether or not Saffron will get to even establish a Fuentia bloodline, or if maybe all our philosophers are cursed in some way, that they don't end up having daughters, they just have sons. I don't know. I don't want to speculate like that, but it's definitely something that has been on my thoughts. What? Fayette passed away? Okay, well, I literally just named you this episode, little rat. Well, Fayette passed away. We're gonna have to replace her with, Fayette II or something. Okay, your book, Morida, your book is going through the queen, which must be very uncomfortable at this point in time. Why don't you stop that and let's view the painting. Freak out if you need to. Just be there for the queen while she's stressing out over here. Any minute now. Any minute. But I would like Saffron's bloodline to continue. That would be nice. Okay. Guys! We had a princess! Okay, we had a baby girl, and I'm seeing a bit of a pattern, guys. It looks as though the 4th girl born in our Fae Court is a princess. So maybe in the future, instead of like the first 3, we'll be looking at the 4th baby to be born. Because that most likely is going to be a princess based on precedent. So this baby has good traits as well. She loves the outdoors and she was born good, which I'm so thankful for, because her mother definitely isn't the best queen to have. I mean, everyone has to be really cautious around her. She's good as long as she doesn't have an episode and goes out of whack. But, oh, I'm so excited to see if this is a green baby or a blue baby. But let's give her a name. So I feel like adding the title princess will be a bit long, so I'll have to go and do it in NRAS. But we're gonna name this baby Princess Avalon. Princess Avalon Verdington. And this name was suggested to me by Erin, so thank you so much for that. Princess Avalon Verdington. Okay, and this baby is... Oh, it's a blue baby! Oh, that's so cool! Hold on a second. So, guys, we got a blue princess! The heck? Okay, hold on. I need to rename this baby real quick. Is it under basic? I just want to add the title princess. So, Princess Avalon Verdington. This is so exciting. We had Princess Avalon Verdington. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. Finally. Finally. But look, it was the fourth baby. The fourth baby was a blue princess. Exactly like we wanted. Oh my goodness, you precious little thing. Oh, she's too cute. She is too cute. Now, she's not the color of Astrid. Because if we just... You can kind of compare the skin tones right over there. Astrid has a more like grayish green kind of skin tone. This baby has an ice blue skin tone. Oh, that is so cool. It's like an ice princess. Born in the spring. I know with Snow, probably because of a name and whatnot, and I think she had a few of her birthdays in winter. We kind of saw her as the Winter Queen. But the Winter Queen had a nice princess? Oh, I'm so excited. Guys, I'm so excited. And then if our philosopher had a baby girl, it would be perfect. All the bloodlines, well, 4 ancient bloodlines would continue. Unfortunately, Lady Saffron doesn't count as an ancient bloodline. Only the Generation 1 fairies can have descendants that belong to the royal bloodline. I don't count any future lines that we add as an ancient line. But, oh, that's so exciting. Maybe all the ladies will be able to continue. And Snow, she actually did so well, so much better than her mother, because poor Queen Ivy had to have, I think, 6 kids. I think Snow was the 6th baby, and then Draco was the 7th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So you can kind of see here. Snow was the 6th baby. Whereas for Snow, she had 2 boys, which we were a little bit worried about, but then a 3rd baby was a girl. So that's exciting. I am so glad we stuck around for this baby's birth. It was so worth it. And all the kids have really interesting colors. One's green, one's purple, one's blue. Oh, it's like a rainbow. Okay, guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.